Jump me into the Matrix.
You were plugged in, buddy boy.
Whoa!
I'm
I'm in.
I'm seeing the code. Hey, fellas.
Hey. Oh, I think we have license to get as west and wild as we want tonight.
That's right.
Y'all want to know why?
I do.
Because Dakota's out!
Yeah.
We finally ran that yellow-bellied coward out of this town. And it looks like Joe's here. Joe's here to join us in the fun.
Forever. He's stuck here.
Forever. Got Groundhog Day from hell. No, I'm kidding. I love it here.
Groundhog Day would be a pretty cool purgatory, honestly.
As long as it was in a cool place. I mean, if I had to be in Punxsutawney, I mean, I'd probably have a bad time.
That's true. If you couldn't get anywhere in the 24-hour period, that would kind of suck.
Yeah.
Hello, Feasible Drop. Thank you for joining. I know who you are. I'm watching you.
Oh, I see. Wiki YY, as in Wiki Wild West, Jim West Desperado.
Rough Rider. No, you don't
No,
want
you
that.
don't want none of this six gunning this brother running this Buffalo Soldier. Look, it's like I told you.
I step away from the mic to breathe.
How we doing tonight, fellas?
Oh,
How we doing tonight, chat?
I am just fucking peachy. That's right. We can curse in the first 7 minutes.
You can?
Oh, yeah.
Because Wazi's not here. He always told us don't curse.
Fuck the mods. Fuck the algorithm.
Fuck the fellow staff members.
Yeah. Fuck both of you guys.
Right. Fuck everyone. Oh. Everyone's getting
Fuck you, chat.
Yeah. Yep.
I've gone full heel this episode.
I'm looking forward to it. Heel turn Travis.
Ooh, yeah. Dastardly Travis is what they'll call me.
We will. Real soon. Just you wait.
All right, so
you're fucking Shrek.
Oh, is it on screen now?
Yep. It's good.
Oh, thanks, man.
Looks like he just cooked up a swamp rat.
Yeah, he's hungry. Gonna catch more heat than Hulk Hogan at Bash on the Beach '96.
I don't know what Bash on the Beach '96 is, but I will find out after the show.
Same here. I'm excited.
There's a lot of wrestling lore that I am not privy to, though I would like to be.
I think Bash on the Beach like WCW.
Oh, probably. Yeah. Hogan came from WCW, unless I'm remembering wrong. A lot of the older generations did, like, well, I'm not gonna name stuff because I'm just gonna get it wrong. But I know Ric Flair, for example, did. Can't remember the others, but there's a good number of people that you would think of as WWE guys that were just WCW.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was like the big competitor back in the day.
Yep.
Though during that time, I had a dumb child brain and couldn't keep it all straight.
Yeah. No, it's W wrestling, whatever.
I mean, one of those W's.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eddie Guerrero.
I love it that we switch over to wrestling at some point. These, little Twitch streams, and I love that because we're watching wrestling, so I'm glad we talk about it every now and then.
Yeah, wrestling's cool.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a stan. Gonna segue into our first prompt. Here we go.
And then he ran.
Yeah. So
Remember wrestling on the Super Nintendo?
The
Yep.
top graphics.
Remember Fire Pro? Song's a lot louder. Okay, I can turn it down.
Hell yeah!
Aw. Thank you, Feasible Drop, for the follow. You fucking
It's
rock.
feasible.
Song's a lot louder. I haven't actually perused this soundtrack, so it looks like it's changing now. So if the music sucks, it's my fault, and I'll change it.
I'm listening to it on my end, and I enjoy it so far.
Cool. It looks like it might just... Oh, it just didn't update the title. That's fine. Cool. We're doing a Pixel Alert, if Travis's segue did not tell you anything. And also if...
It probably didn't.
Remember the Super Nintendo? That's our prompt.
We got a little sidetracked.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're doing pixel art again. But what am I gonna draw?
I mean, do you want to know?
Yeah.
Okay. You're gonna draw Murdoch.
Murdoch?
From-
Like gorillas?
Yeah.
Oh, I just have to like slightly change this.
No, you gotta restart. I definitely thought
Hold
about
on.
that. No, stop
Hold
it.
on.
Don't give
Hold on.
Don't give him a hat.
Hold
Don't
on.
give him a bowler. God damn it.
Teacher, I'm done.
All right, I need you to put something on the back of this. Give him a fat ass.
Ooh, yeah, we know he's got it.
Thank you. Thank you for getting rid of that. That would have been cheating. Oh, does Joe need the rulers? Or I don't know how you set up the grid.
I'm using Clip Studio.
Oh.
So it's just under view. I believe it's still under view on Photoshop.
I don't know if that would help you out, Joe, to have the grid work for pixels.
Yeah, no, I showed the grid and everything. Well, no, maybe hold on. Let me show some. Let me try something else.
Oh,
That didn't
maybe
work.
it's just very faint on my end. I do see.
You've got them. I don't know how you change grid properties on
Doing it.
Photoshop,
We're doing it.
but let's see. I have the power of the web at my hand. And if we need
I was kind of messing around with it earlier, so I mean, I'm kind of good to go.
Okay, sure. If it works for you, then it works for us.
I know.
Right on. And then
I like to have it there because it reminds me that it's pixel art.
yeah, true. Joe, I looked long and hard for this character. I don't know if you've heard of them. Have you ever seen Has Been Hotel?
Don't think so.
Okay, I want you to draw Angel Dust, the character Angel Dust.
Yeah. Check that out really quick.
You both got some lanky beings today, I think.
Oh yeah, some lanky sex symbols.
Yeah, yeah. I think they're both sex symbols in their own right. There's probably some people that want to fuck Murdoch, and I know there are people that want to fuck Angel Dust.
Well, I know there are people who want to fuck Murdoch.
Are they in this call?
Could be.
Joe,
Hmm.
do you want to fuck Murdoch? I don't even know if you're a Gorillas fan. You may.
I never even thought about that one before.
Well, while you're
And there's, you know, I mean, there's a maybe. I mean, I don't know.
okay, fair.
Possibility.
Hey, I'm not.
Yeah, I've never seen this character that you've given me, and it's a pretty cool character.
Cool,
Not gonna
yeah.
lie.
They're
A little
they're fun.
hell degenerate.
Yeah, yeah. So
Alright.
whenever you have enough reference material, just let me know when you want to start.
All right, I think I'm ready.
Hell yeah. Give me 1 second. Alrighty. Time's on the clock. 30 minutes. 3, 2, 1, draw.
I think I'll get a nice sunset pink. Start us off. No, I can't do that.
Oh, does that get rid of your...
And here's why.
Why can't you do that?
Because of how I plan on drawing this spicy, nasty boy. I gotta really think about my colors here. Oh, I can always come back to it and change it if I need to.
Yep.
I just want to lay down some colors. Get a nice pasty green because you know he doesn't see the sun.
That's true. He's a Mac Pac man. Yeah, I hope you can get his base in there somehow, but I also know how constricting pixel art can be in terms of stuff. So I'll say bonus points if you can get a base in there.
Bass.
Bass guitar.
Uh,
Not a bass. Don't do that unless it's a bass bass.
I can draw Murdoch fishing.
That'd be cool.
Now, are we doing a full body or can it, be upper body? Because she's really lanky.
Whatever you want.
But yeah, all right. Just kind of roughing it out really quick. I know this looks kind of.
Yeah, I mean, I know the character's outline, so I understand what you're doing. Yeah, I picked that one because they have really weird proportions and like a really weird head shape, and I just thought it'd be fun. Women love me, fish fear me hat, please.
All right, we'll see how legible that text will be. And
You could always give him a DTF hat. He's down to fish.
I think I know what I want to do.
I await your choices. Are you?
Oh, got any favorite Gorillaz songs, albums?
I really love Plastic Beach. I think that was my
It's a
first.
goodie. Like, whenever it came out, there was a lot of vitriol towards it, but I think that happens anytime Gorillaz drops an album. Because they're like, I just got used to the last stuff.
Right. I know that I think it was Humanity that people really were torn between.
Was that the one with Hallelujah Money on it?
I think so. Let me check.
Feasible Drop says, pretty packages of Frosted Delight. Super fast, gotta have them.
Demon Days is really good. Oh, Humans is the one I was thinking, not Humanity.
Hmm.
Maybe it was the one after that. The Now Now? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I was not into Hallelujah Money, but that should be obvious. Song Machine was universally loved. Nice.
Oh, yeah, Song Machine was good.
Wasn't it the one that he did on like an iPad on a plane or something like that?
I didn't hear the backstory behind it,
Oh, okay.
so I'm not familiar with that, but if so, that's dope as
The
heck.
Fall was the iPad one. Humans is the Trump one. Yep.
The Trump one.
Hallelujah Money.
Ah.
Kind of looks like you're drawing a green Trump right now.
Oh no. I might be.
If you do, I can't say that you're gonna get points. I can say you're gonna get negative points. So
Yeah, that's fair.
maybe today's golf rules, and you want less points.
I haven't seen what kind of points you're dishing out today.
Well, maybe that's why I started you with 2.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, who knows? The rules
Getting a handicap out the gate.
maybe.
Gotta get some of these gnarly yellow teeth in here. Looks very zombie-ish.
He's kind of zombie-ish. I don't know the lore behind gorillas, especially not anymore.
I know that Ace from the Gang Green Gang took over for Murdoch for a time.
I know that Noodle grows up.
And was also a robot for a while.
Yep. I know that the drummer is possessed and raps when he's possessed.
Yeah. Through the rhythm he provides.
Yeah. I don't know much lore really. I know that they have lore, and it's pretty cool that they do.
Yeah.
But honestly, I haven't listened to Gorillaz a whole lot recently. I go through phases of music.
Same. Like I've been listening to I mostly just like whatever Spotify recommends and then just kind of finding new stuff based off of that.
Yeah. Spotify's actually
Yeah.
pretty good about that.
Yeah, I've gotten some pretty neato polls. It got really weird for a moment there. So I just started getting like a bunch of experimental noise stuff. And I had to kind of tone it back because it was a rabbit hole I didn't see the algorithm letting me out of.
Yeah, that can happen. One thing I don't really like about Spotify is their shuffle algorithm, because it seems to just bring up the same songs.
Oh yeah. Like their radios will do that a lot too.
Yeah. You just have to pick a different radio station. Sometimes if you pick a random song like in the middle of the playlist, the shuffle will be better. I've found. But yeah,
Oh.
it's weird. Yeah, Angel is looking good. We're not even 10 minutes in. Apparently Ace was in the now because Murdoch was in prison.
Oh neat.
I'm gonna look up, what did Murdoch go to prison for?
Tax evasion is my guess.
No, not Matt Murdoch.
That's Daredevil.
Apparently he went to prison at one point.
That doesn't surprise me.
A breach of contract following the events of Plastic Beach. Oh, and Noodle wasn't a robot. Noodle was a cyborg. There's a difference.
Ah,
You've seen FLCL.
yeah.
Yeah, they go into that. Although that was cyborgs and androids.
But I mean, androids are robots.
Yes. That is the main difference. Unless you're talking about like Dragon Ball Z, in which case they kind of get androids wrong. Because I'm pretty sure like 18 18 was originally a human. So I think they were all originally human.
I don't know for certain.
So it is weird that they could not turn 18 back into a human. I guess Shinron's powers aren't absolute.
I thought that was Krillin's wish.
Yeah, he said he couldn't do it. So instead, they just deactivated or took out the bomb that was inside of her.
Well, I think they missed it 'cause the bomb was that butt.
Yeah, like I said, his powers aren't absolute. He just goes, "I'm not touching that ass." Android is humanoid robot. Robot is robot. Cyborg is humanoid. Hybrid. That makes sense.
Fortnite stronger than Shenlong because they could bring in Goku, bring him back as many times as they want,
Yep.
and also have him fight. I don't know, She-Hulk and
Thanos
Timmy the Tooth.
and Ariana Grande and
Yeah, and then Diplo will come in and do a concert, and they'll all floss.
yeah, then Rick and Morty will shit on the floor.
Oh, that's funny.
Yep. It's quite humorous. They nerfed Vegeta's butt. I'm never gonna play Fortnite ever again.
I ain't touching the stuff.
Yeah, anyone.
And Bulma's?
Yeah. What a tragedy. You gotta respect the art. Come on. If there's one thing I expect out of Fortnite, it's to respect the IPs that they pull.
Yeah, really put a lot of care into the source material.
And if you're gonna be touching Bulma's butt in any way that makes it less, no sir. Not for me. I think it'd be funny if Murdoch put on little googly eye glasses.
Like the slinky ones.
Yeah. Not for your picture, just in general.
Yeah. I think one of them would have like they'd have to be broken though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Fortnite, which book series is that, Mistborn? Um, Fortnite added a god character from the fantasy book Mistborn into it
What?
just because the guy's friends with one of the guys that can make those decisions.
Jeepers. Like I just finished the first book of that series today.
Oh, well then I won't say much more.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah. It's a series I've never read, but totally would.
I
Don't worry if he's
I mean, yeah, I guess if you can just add these characters, yeah.
yeah, why not?
Nothing's nothing's off limits. Let's start getting those fast food franchise deals.
Yep. Get the Hamburglar.
Yeah.
Get the Noid. You know, the more I talk
Ooh,
about
yeah.
this, the more it would actually be kind of fun.
Get I am hungry.
Who the fuck is I am hungry?
Look him up. Put him up on the screen.
If I have to, okay. Like
He's essentially like
I am
the honeycomb crave crazy, but green.
mascot. Oh, this guy. Yeah, I'll show you, chat. One sec.
Yeah, it's important that they know.
Yeah. Who cares about this art stuff?
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, this bullshit.
This guy, I am hungry, not Kirby. Hold on, I gotta get rid of Kirby. There we go.
Wait, was Kirby up?
Yeah, in the Google search.
Oh my god. We got rid of Dakota, but we can't get rid of Kirby.
Yep, there's your bingo card, guys.
That bastard haunts us even though he's not here.
And he never will be. He's 10 feet under.
Oh, yeah, but he's Kirby from the grave.
Oh, the new Dragon Ball movie was really rad. I want to see it. I heard it came out the other day. I saw the Broly one in theaters a couple years ago. Do you think you should see it in like an IMAX if they even allow that? I don't think they would because wouldn't they have to reanimate it all? Otherwise, it would stretch everything.
Oh, is it a different aspect ratio?
I have no idea. But I know I would imagine the IMAX screen would be. Oh, Red Axum, did you see the fan Dragon Ball animation that was like came out a month or two ago? I mean, to be fair, was Super not primarily CG?
Yeah, I think unfortunately traditional animation on like any kind of large scale is dead.
It's just apparently it's just too expensive and slow.
Yeah.
Um, Let me look up what the Dragon Ball thing. It was
Movies
called.
like Cell animation in a video game, but Cell wasn't even in this one.
If you look up Dragon Ball YouTube Studio Stray Dog, you'll find it. It was like a 11-minute short thing, but it was really cool.
I want to say we talked about this on the show previously,
We did
and I forgot to look it up
when it first came out.
because my brain is made of cheese.
Well, to be fair, these streams can just tire you out.
They sure do. I didn't have to work beforehand.
Yeah, I feel you.
No work gang.
That's right. Fuck work. Just stay home. Don't make money.
Yeah,
Draw.
that's the dream anyway.
True. Hey, if I had infinite money, I'd totally run like an art house. It wouldn't even have to be just drawing. It would just be these guys make cool stuff.
No, but we got to get on our hustle and make a content house.
Yeah. We'll do a content settlement. Content town. That hasn't been done.
Yeah, where the town itself is just one big set.
Yep. We just have like cut out cardboard people.
We just move into one of those studio backlots, which honestly I always thought would be really neat.
Living in a studio backlot.
Yeah,
Would be pretty
Could be
fun.
cool, yeah.
I'd have to probably jump through hoops to get heat and internet
Steal their Wi-Fi.
in my abode, but it'd be totally worth it because I live on an alien planet,
Yep. It would be
or I
changing
live
like
in
every month.
downtown Detroit, but I'm actually living in downtown Los Angeles.
Yeah, so it smells about the same.
Yeah,
Like Nathan Fielder's new show. I don't know what new show you're talking about.
oh, the rehearsal.
Where they
Yeah, it largely seems like an excuse for Nathan Fielder to waste a bunch of HBO's money, but they end up getting like some really cool through lines throughout the show.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, it just starts off with a concept and gets pretty bonkers, but Nathan Fielder doesn't disappoint.
I'm trying to think of who Nathan Fielder is.
You know Nathan for You, where he would help businesses out with really bad advice.
No, but that sounds great.
The show's hysterical.
No, I don't think I've seen any of this stuff. But to be fair, I don't watch a lot of stuff. Judging by,
Honestly,
was he in? I wanted to see Disaster Artist, which apparently he was in.
I don't remember him, but don't think when I saw that I was really aware of him.
Fair. Yeah, I feel like circling back to Red Axum's point about CG and anime, a lot of it's really just choppy and lazy, and that just kills it for me. Oh, by the way, sorry, we're at about 9 minutes. I mean, you guys are making great progress anyway. Um, yeah, a lot of CG in shows is just not great. Like, B Stars, I did not like how fucking choppy it was. However, I did like how choppy the one Spider-Man movie was. I thought that lended itself really well to it.
Oh yeah, like most styles can look good if you stylize them and really lean into it.
Yeah.
Like Doro Hey Doro, have you watched any of that?
Not really. I know of it.
It's in that same style, and there are definitely moments that where it does that kind of like jilted 3D movement that kind of takes you out of it.
Yeah.
But overall, it's a really great show to watch. Um, trying to think of movies or shows that have like really done it well.
You're talking like are purely CG?
Yeah.
Okay, not just incorporate CG into elements.
Like Guilty Gear
Yeah.
is 3D models, but you know, just animated in such a way that it's very stylized and everything looks really good and comes together really great.
Yeah, and they still manage to kind of look 2D, which is pretty cool with their shading.
Yeah, because that's what a lot of these shows are trying to do now is do that shell cell shading 2D effect.
And then they just sort of pop the camera out in big parts like special attacks and wind animations and stuff.
Yeah. The Mango Doradora looks so dope. Yeah, the art style is so great. Like if I ever look for character design inspiration, I always look to Dorohedoro.
Did you see there's a Shin-Chan game coming out?
oh my god, no way.
Oh boy.
It's called like Shin-Chan Summer Days or something like that. And it looks like the show. It's so cool.
That is great.
Now is it gonna be wholesome or is it gonna be like the dub of the show?
I would imagine the dub's more popular, but that's just me shitting out my ass. Oh,
Like I think we're certainly more familiar with the dub,
yeah.
but I have no way of knowing like how popular it was the original show was overseas.
I mean, it might do both and be wholesome at times because it is just you running around summer vacation. But also, I don't think that would sell as well as the raunchiness.
Yeah, they could raunch up the dialogue.
Yeah.
Also, I guess it depends on who has
Who's making it?
the
Yeah.
rights, because I know that was like a whole issue. think it was this pen I was using.
I remember it's sad how that manga ended, or why that manga ended, I guess. The fucking
Oh yeah,
creator fell off a mountain.
yeah. Trying to get a picture.
And so for a while there, they canceled the show or stopped making the show, and then eventually brought it back for a bit,
Yeah.
but not in.
Well, I think.
Go ahead.
Oh, I think Funimation had like they had segments in film they could like translate, but it became like a whole rights issue.
Yeah, I love in the show how they play off that they're getting canceled, at least in the dub. I've mentioned it before, but they said their ratings were getting real low, so they brought on a kappa to try to get more viewer engagement. Yours has a really like Hotline Miami vibe to it, like this.
My drawing.
Yeah, like the sort of grossness, if that makes sense. I mean, Murdoch's already kind of a gross creature.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta really lean into it if you're gonna
Yeah,
Murdoch.
I dig the hat you gave him.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. I don't know if I'll have time to. Well, we'll see. I won't say anything yet.
Well, you're at 2.5 minutes, so you probably won't have time.
All right, time to power through this. Let's do
Yep.
it. Go, go, Gallo Sengen.
What is he doing? Do you like gorillas, Joe? Not the monkeys,
Oh, yeah.
but
It's okay to like the
yeah.
monkeys.
I mean, the monkeys are no.
They're all right band too. I mean,
Yeah.
but they were on a television show, so I mean,
Yeah.
never mind.
A bit before my time.
I'm old.
It's okay.
Oh no, I knew what you're talking about. Last Train to Clarksville, baby.
Yeah, I want to be sedated, you know.
Yeah, I love when the monkeys just had that hard punk turn.
It was interesting for sure. I mean, it was a controversial album.
You know, and then Davy Jones got all strung out. Take a little hiatus.
I definitely think Murdoch would know how to surf.
The guy with the octopus face? Davy Jones?
Yeah, I mean, he was devastated. I mean, drug riddled. I mean, and he had scabies.
Yeah, it's a fish. We're just all about animals tonight, huh?
Yeah. Like a whole planet full of them.
Mm-hmm.
Women want me, fish want me.
Everybody wants me. It's kind of sad.
No one gets me, not even
Just
my
how that sounds.
bitch of a wife.
You over there singing shanties, Aaron?
I am. What? I'm confused where that came from. But
Oh, I don't know. It sounded like you're quoting something.
my life. That's
My love, the lady is the sea. Is it?
I don't honestly know many shanties aside from like the stock fare that you normally get out of people.
Like most people know Wellerman because of the meme.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of South Australia.
I may know that.
Uh, I know it from the Pogues, but
Is that like a Twitch band?
no, they're like a Celtic folkish band. Oh, I see what you.
It's okay.
I'm picking up what you're putting down now.
Yeah.
Not the Pogs.
I didn't want to say it. That's time, fellas.
Oh,
Aw. What were you wanting to add?
I don't know. I was just sitting there giving it the 3D effect.
I mean, if you can do that quickly.
That's okay. I mean, I got it for the most part.
Okay. I mean, Travis is still drawing his fish.
Yeah, didn't quite get all those details in, and I think it just kind of muddies up against the back of his head there.
Well, you can quickly erase it if you don't like it.
Nah,
Okay.
bonus points for the bass.
That's right. That's right. Although you still don't know if points are good or bad tonight.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's just an excuse for me to randomly give you guys points and be like, "Oh, the other guy wins."
Yeah, just leaving it very open ended.
Yeah. That's how I roll. I'm a very non-committal person.
Ooh, I'm looking at Joe's now. I like what you did.
Well, thank
It
you.
definitely looks like a full sprite for a game.
Oh, yeah.
You know what?
This is probably the first time I've ever done like pixel art, so
Well, what'd you think of it?
good times. I wouldn't mind doing it again.
Sweet. It's definitely interesting. You have to think a little differently.
Oh yeah,
So,
no, good times.
I'm so non-committal. I think tonight you guys are going to give each other points. So, Travis,
All right.
what do you think of this for Joe?
I'm gonna give him 1,000 points for every arm
Okay, so
on that character.
4,000 points. Gotcha.
Yeah, I really like. I do genuinely really like it. I think it came together really great, and like the amount of detail you got in the teeth with how few pixels you had to work with in there. You pulled it off really well.
Yeah, I'm glad you got the gold tooth.
I almost forgot about the. I was sitting there looking through. I was like, oh wait, oh man, I forgot her freckles too. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but no, just like I said, never seen these characters before. So I mean, and I like the art style. They're pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
It just reminds me of Foster's Home.
Remind you of what?
Yeah, the pilot's on YouTube, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's sort of a pilot. They got a TV deal, and I don't know if they're gonna still keep. Um, I don't know if it's more of a pilot or just like proof of concept kind of thing,
Hmm.
because they're doing some like character redesigns and whatnot.
Gotcha.
Joe, what do you think of Travis's drawing?
You know, point wise, I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna go in the same range as him. It's like, you know what? I'll give you 1,000 points for every member of the band.
Oh, how many members? How
Haha.
many members are there in Gorillas? Now, is that at the time of recording or?
Because yeah, there's.
There's normally
I thought there were two
I'm
noodles.
just like,
There's Ace. There's Murdoch. There's 2D and Russell.
Okay, I'm just gonna say 10,000.
There we go. Yeah. Well, all around, I love the gorillas. So yeah.
Dale the Funky Homo Sapien?
Oh, yeah.
Didn't know they were a member.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he usually he does all the rapping when Russell gets possessed.
Oh shit! How many spirits are there in Russell?
Well, see, that's what I wondered because, like, a lot of those are featuring.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's how they do their features.
Mhm.
Does that mean Donald Trump possessed Russell at one point?
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah,
Oh God.
he's tainted now. Tell the funky Homo sapien. I don't. You're just saying words. You could just be making these up, and I wouldn't know. Oh wait, and you get the extra point for the fish.
Oh, yeah. Is
The
that
win.
10,001 points?
That's 10,003. Because you started.
Oh,
Yeah, because
right.
you started off with 2.
Total.
Yeah, yeah.
With that one extra point that really put him over.
Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna be able to catch up, Joe. We'll see.
No, I don't think so.
It's gonna be a hard race.
I mean, he just killed it right out of the gate. I mean,
It's true. But let's see. We'll move on to the. Yeah, Trump plays the bass in Feel Good Inc. Interesting.
Yeah, Murdoch had a sick day that day.
I
So
mean, maybe
that
that's
riff we all know and love. It's actually the real president of the United States,
Who?
Donald Trump,
Not.
the super secret double president.
Let's move on. I'm gonna no but instead of yes and.
I don't blame you.
Yep. Travis. I think you phrased the next one best. The next prompt, because I kept getting it wrong. Why don't you explain to the lovely chats at home what we're doing?
All right. So we're doing essentially drawing telephone. There's a bunch of games that do this, but so Joe and I are each going to draw a thing, just whatever we want, whatever our heart desires, knowing that Aaron has to describe whatever we draw in one sentence. And then we're going to draw something based off of that sentence. So it's drawing telephone.
That's right.
it's gonna be it.
It's definitely gonna be interesting. We'll see how this goes. I called it Pictophone because I could not think of anything. So if you guys can think of a better word for it in the future, let us know. Can't be.
I mean, if we're going to tie it into the Old West theme, we could call it telegraph.
Oh, telegraph. Okay, yeah. I gotta find different music because we ran out of soundtrack. I don't know what the soundtrack for Layers of Fear 2 sounds like, but I don't think that's very fitting. No, we're not doing Gape Escape. I've told you this.
That's a different game entirely.
That's 10 paces after dark. Come on. Are we doing these in 15-minute intervals?
uh, let's do 10 minutes just to keep this one a little tighter
Okay.
and allow for that interstitial
Yeah,
segment.
because I'll have to think real hard about your descriptions. Okie dokie. Then I've got 10 minutes on the clock. Are you fellas ready?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Skeleton. Fast pins. Oh, you just wait, Oigle. You just wait. We'll see what they can do in 10 minutes. All right. 3, 2, 1. Draw.
I do
Mm-hmm.
like that Axum, the the idea of sketch plus telephone being skelephone, but I think we'd have to do that in October.
That's what we'll call it. We got big
Ooh.
spooky plans for October, guys. It's gonna be good. We're gonna change this background to make it night, and we're gonna be drawing spooky stuff. It's more than that. That's just off the top of my head.
It's gonna be like a pumpkin.
Yep. Our only
Uh,
background song is gonna be Pumpkin Hill. Just
are you ready?
just on repeat.
Um, we're gonna be in costume,
Yeah.
which will really play well with the fact that we've never once used a cam.
With an audio only show. Yep.
Just every week we're just gonna be like, and who are you dressed as tonight, Aaron?
Well, I'm clearly I'm the mayor from fucking Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh,
Yeah.
duh.
Yeah. Oh, hold on.
I should have
Let me
realized.
turn around. Okay, can you see it?
Oh, that's so cool.
I know.
It's gonna be such a good show. So come check it out in October
Yep.
for I don't know what a spooky version of 10 Paces is.
9 paces.
10 Poltergeists.
Yep.
Last pace on the left.
10 faces. Yeah.
13 Paces.
Ooh.
Under a ladder.
Oh. Watch out. I think gonna do an oldie but a goodie. Hotline Miami. We haven't listened to that a bunch of times. The VOD wouldn't like it, but we don't even say the music on the VOD, so who cares?
Yeah, we're stepping up. Kai recommends 666 Paces, and I'm here for it. Invoke the devil. Nothing is real.
No, because then you're just the ladder's over you. You're not under the ladder. Oigo asked if does it still count as bad luck if the ladder moves over you instead of you underneath it?
I think it's bad luck for the ladder. Whoever takes initiative in that relationship gets the bad luck.
So if if you don't break a mirror, but a mirror breaks on you, who gets the bad luck?
Yeah. I think it's already had some bad luck.
That's true. Oigo, that happened to you once. How long ago did it happen to you? Are you still suffering from this bad luck juju curse?
Probably not, because they had their fingers crossed and said no backsies.
And they had a reverse Uno card with them.
Mm.
Really, they're just getting good luck all the time.
And they forwarded on a chain letter to 15 other people instead of just 10.
Wow. Really an overachiever there. It happened like 3 weeks ago. This actually kind of checks out now that you bring it up. Ooh, what happens when you send yourself a chain letter? That's a good question.
I think
Die.
you're upping your sentence there.
At that point, you should just give up. Does it count as a chain? Well, at that point, you're just doubling the amount of people that you have to send it to. What if you
Well, -1.
what if you just keep sending it to yourself? So like
That's why I have 13 email addresses,
mm,
and I just keep them all sending to each other
on
forever.
repeat, just macroed every day.
Yeah.
And if you get a virus, it'll just send it to all of your contacts, which is still just yourself. Have you ever fallen on a have you ever fallen for a pyramid scheme that is ran by yourself?
Almost did, but then I saw who was sending it.
You're like that grubby bastard. No, no way.
Not again.
Only once. Shame on me.
I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna describe these. I gotta start thinking about this. Oh well.
Yeah. Have fun.
I will. I one of them's really easy to describe, and then one of them is more difficult. Kind of looks like
But whose is
I don't
whose?
know. Okay, okay. I think I'm getting somewhere. The further you get, you've got about 3 minutes left.
Gonna give it one of these.
Give them two of those. I don't even know what one of these was, but thank you.
Well, I can't be too descriptive.
Yeah.
Uh, maybe it kind of has some of this going on. Are you just focusing in, Aaron?
I was discussing with Thor about some sentence ideas. Yeah,
Uh,
sorry.
oh, you're all good. You keep at it. I know you've got a task ahead of you.
I do. If I want to make it good,
Yeah, I mean, the idea is that by the time we're done, we'll each have drawn the exact same thing.
we'll see. I definitely think one of them will be the exact same or similar. The other one, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Joe, you're really gonna have to apply yourself here. I know you've just been phoning these in. All right, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put your fucking pencils down. That's time.
My hands are up. My hands are
Good.
up.
Yeah, hand check. Just like sitting on the bus. Alrighty. So Travis, I want you to draw Gaimon if he were a piranha plant.
Okay. Can I look up reference to know when you say Gaimon?
The One Piece guy.
Oh, okay. 'Cause my mind went Digimon for a second
Oh, no,
there.
no, no.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then, Joe, I want you to draw, Fortnite's newest item, the, fish genie lamp.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm sure if Travis actually like told me what his ideas were, but that's not part of the game.
Right.
Is that good enough descriptions, do you guys think?
I mean, that's a sentence.
Yeah.
That's all I get to work
Yep.
with.
So, Gaimon as a piranha plant and Fortnite's newest item, the fish genie lamp.
All right.
Yeah, good luck.
Hold on. I just gotta find this thing.
What are you finding?
The fish genie lamp.
Yeah. And
So, I'm just trying to like, get an idea.
oh, yeah, sure. Genie of the fish lamp? I don't know. Not well, I can't give you anything. So, you get what you get. If you don't like it, too bad. That's
Life's not
yep,
fair.
that's the game. You gotta play it. Okay, I got 10 minutes
Right.
on the clock. Good fucking luck.
All right, let's do it.
Draw. 3, 2, 1, draw.
So I don't want to. I don't know. This is a hard one because I can't really talk about the drawing, but I want to know. I want to know more. I'm just curious.
Yeah, well. Too bad.
I
Y-
I made my bed.
Yeah.
I'll lie in it.
Yep. But you can talk about your current drawing. All you want. Do you have
Yeah.
a favorite Mario character or Mario enemy?
Ooh, that's tough. Do like me some Nabbit.
Nabbit's really good. One of the better
Yeah.
newer enemies, I think.
Yeah, I like his design a lot.
I like
Out of
Monty Moles.
ooh, yeah.
Those are fun. I've always just really liked the simpleness of a chain chomp.
Oh, yeah. But they're so expressive
Yeah.
because they got those simple little faces. How about you, Joe?
Which is favorite Mario character?
Yeah, well, Mario
Yeah.
character or enemy, because we were talking about like piranha plants and chain chomps and Nabbit.
Crap, what would be mine? And that's a toughie.
Well, we can come back to you. It's okay.
You know what? I'd probably have to say just the what are the womps, like the wall dudes, like when they follow, they're like, oh
Yeah, thwomps.
womp. There we go. Yeah, they're probably one of my favorites.
Those are great. I like the one in Mario 64 with like the band-aid on his back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think those are Womps. The Thwomps are the big blue guys.
Ah,
Oh yeah, Womps are
Feasible Drop says
the
Shy Guy,
oh yeah,
easy.
Shy Guy for sure.
Shy Guy's very good.
that are dry bones.
Shy Guy wasn't even a Miyamoto creation.
Shy Guy didn't come around till
Yoshi's Island, I think, right?
Yoshi's
No, Shy
Island,
Guy
right?
came around in the Doki Doki Panic game, the Mario 2.
Oh,
He actually comes from that game.
wild.
Yeah. It's so weird that such an iconic design that's like never been changed wasn't even made by the guy.
Yeah, it wasn't even made to be a Mario character.
Wasn't it Doki Doki Panic, or am I thinking of the wrong game?
No, that sounds right. I'm not going to say that is right, but it sounds right to me. And that's good enough.
We know the one. Those games are so weird. Like even the original one is weird. Like I remember I watched a lore video and stuff, and like and regional differences. There's a lot of regional differences between the English release and the Japanese release of just that Mario game. Um, for example, it originally had a save feature, and you had to go through each level with each character. But like,
Oh, that's
but
wild.
like, it kept track of which levels you went through with which characters, so that you could like, say you got to like level 5 as one, you would be on one as the others, and you could like go to
That's
3 and
cool.
then whatever with the other ones. You could do them in any order. And then
New Game Plus,
yep.
baby.
And originally the 4 characters were a family of like a mom, dad, brother, and sister instead of the 4 Mario characters.
Because you can play as Mario, Luigi, Peach, and is it Toad
Yes.
or?
Yep. Toad. Toad ran fast. Peach could float. Luigi jumped high and was a little floaty, and then Mario sucked.
Well, I mean, Mario was the baseline by which all of them
Yeah.
were special.
Mario was
He walks so Toad could run.
he hopped so that Luigi could jump.
He fell so that Peach could float.
Right. And like it was all supposed to take place in a dream or something. I don't know. It was so weird. Yeah, Toad picked the radishes fast. Um, Probably someone threw further. I don't know. It's an interesting idea.
It was weird because, like in Smash, Peach gets a lot of her stuff from that game.
Yeah, like the radishes and the floating and I don't know what else. It's really all she did. But for a game that I doubt they're super proud of, like I think they just put that out to have a Mario game out for the holidays.
Yeah,
Very likely they could have thought it was good. And I mean, it's all right. It's just not your standard Mario game for sure. You know, I'm looking at these and just thinking, I made this happen. What have I done?
did you do good, Aaron? Are you proud of us?
I'm so proud of you guys for what you guys had to work with. I am proud of you.
Aw, thanks,
Yeah.
Sheriff.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, the original 2 was basically just a harder one, and it was too hard for America, so they thought. So they just came out with a different one, which is really weird idea.
Yeah.
We're
Oh, the Wild West of games when you could just do that.
Yeah. I mean, like back in the fucking back in the old days, uh, they would just have like the same game but made by different developers for different systems, and they would just be radically different.
Like what?
Like the Aladdin Super Nintendo game and the Aladdin
Oh,
Genesis game
yeah.
are just two
That's
very different games.
very
Sa-
true.
Same with Lion King, I
Yep.
believe. Now, was it Genesis that was always harder because they do what Nintendo don't?
I can't really say. That's a as Feasible Drop said. It's a very heated discussion. We are at about 2 minutes.
I just had fonder memories of the Genesis Aladdin game because I didn't own either of
Mhm.
them, but the dentist I went to had a cabinet with a Genesis in it,
Oh, neat. My
and that was one of the games I got to play whenever I went to the
I
dentist.
don't know if this is like a common theme or anything. My dentist had video games in their like lobby too. It was a GameCube.
Oh, wild!
Yeah, I remember playing Sonic Mega Collection on it.
Nice.
You guys are lucky.
What did your dentist
I had
have?
food channeling and country music.
I mean, that's cool.
Well, that and also the dentist would also sit there and hum country music while he was drilling your teeth, and it's it's awful.
Yeah, it might be a little
It
dust on the bottle.
really kind of sets your tone for country music from then on.
It just makes you think.
Pretty much, yeah.
It just makes you equate country music and pain.
Right. Every time I hear country music, my teeth hurt.
That's just such a weird. Thank you. Thank you for finishing that country music quote. I know very little country music, if that isn't obvious.
Honestly, I'm envious of you not knowing so much country.
Dude, it's because I fucking hate where I live.
I've grown fonder of country than I have been in the past.
I mean, there's probably some bops.
Uh, like all the Hank Williamses, all four of them, have dropped some really great stuff.
Yeah, no, I like the older stuff, but it's just the newer stuff. I can't stand it. And just how
Oh yeah, and I think that's how a lot of the old fogies feel about it as well.
Yeah.
I also got really into rockabilly for a bit, and that's obviously got big old country roots.
The only remotely country thing, and I think this is more like southern rock, would be Eagles is what I would listen to.
Hmm.
And I don't think that's super country. I think it's just, like I said, southern rock.
Yeah, and I'd say like Allman Brothers or something are more southern rock
Yeah.
along those lines. Um, what's his name? Link from Rhett and Link
Mm-hmm.
has been dropping country tracks
That's
lately.
weird.
They're
Huh.
good.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, he goes by James and the Shame.
Huh. I know Trevor Moore did a couple of country songs. You know, popular ones like What About Mouthwash or The Gays Got Married.
Yeah, some real
Yeah.
ballads.
Really toe tapping, heart touching songs. Musical pieces. We are out of time, fellas. I'm sorry. Oh, yep. There you go. There's that yellow.
There
It's
we go.
perfect. All right. Take a look at what happened.
All right, I'm excited. Ooh,
Oh,
that's a fun interpretation.
Hey, you can see it as an interpretation. I had no clue what you were drawing, Travis. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, that was
You
intentional.
fucker. So I just
All right, now
look at
let's switch to our originals and show the other what
yeah.
we gave Aaron to work
If
with.
you want, you can. Yep. So that's why I was confused. He's got like Donkey Kong up on top.
That's funky.
Oh, you're right. And I don't know, the eyeballs made me think of Fortnite, and I just didn't even mention the Jiggy.
oh, good.
Yeah, I hate you, Travis.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then switch over to the other ones so you can see the comparison.
Uh, Joe, show me your original. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can see where I got the idea.
Ooh, yeah, he's got some gams in yours. He's got legs for days.
Right.
Freshly shaven, newly shorn.
He's got them swimming legs.
Clearly, it's fair wear a lot. Well, maybe you should have done the description then, huh? I should have cheated and just had you come over and look at them. All right, it's point time, fellas. How many point?
Giving points again.
Point left.
Okay, I'll move his points to the left. Now what?
You know what? Since you get 3 wishes from a genie, I'm going to give you 3,000 points.
And we're...
Oh, neato.
Okay, so
And
so what I'm hearing.
I'm gonna give.
Okay, go on.
Now that his points are to the left, I'll give him 1,000 points for each of those toes on that plant.
How many?
Each one of them little piggies.
Okay, and so the question is, Joe, how many toes are on this plant?
I think I see 9. I forgot to draw one on the other foot. He's been mutilated a little bit, but it's okay.
He's a growing boy.
So you guys know what you just did?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I don't know if that was intentional, but you're neck and neck now.
It's gonna be a close one.
I think that fish might win it for you.
Fuck yeah.
Alrighty. Personally, this next one's the one I'm most excited for tonight.
Could I petition the sheriff for a quick reprieve before we really get it down to it?
Yeah, okay. So we'll be back.
Thank you,
Oh,
sheriff.
no problem.
Much obliged.
Oh yeah. Get yourself some water. Get yourself some snackaroos, some dunkaroos.
Mosey on up to the bar.
Yeah.
Get a
Some
sarsaparilla.
vittles.
Yeah, mosey on over to that saloon. Pee on the horse. I don't know what you guys do. I don't judge. But we'll be right back in about
The
5.
piano player.
What? The piano player. Don't pee on him.
Why not?
He's a working man. He's busy.
I'm allowed to pee on other things. Why can't I pee on him?
Fine. I mean, ask.
Get permission
Yeah,
first.
we're all about consent when pissing. Okay, we'll be right back in about 5 minutes.
we back?
We're back. Welcome back, friend.
Well, then I'm here to say, chat, Oigle, only God can judge your horse piss fountain.
Yep. Don't let anyone judge you except for God. Specifically on the topic of horse piss fountains. Yeah, I'm so bad at segues. Especially when I'm trying to segue from horse piss fountain to
Speaking of horse piss, giant
that's
monsters.
right, giant monsters. What Thor says. I'll let him take this one. You know what else is warm and golden? I don't. Oh well.
What?
Giant monsters.
Godzilla's nuclear breath.
Mothra. We're doing kaiju versus mechs. I'm not delaying this any further.
We'll fix it in
Yeah,
post.
yeah. We definitely will fix it in post with all that editing prowess that we have and all the time. It'll
Yeah.
happen. I'm gonna give you guys some ideas, some prompts for this. I'm thinking, and you guys can pick which one you want to do. I want to see, you know, the old Game Boy, like the Game Boy, the original one, that had all those peripherals.
Yeah, the OG.
Yeah, and it had like the magnifying glass and the light and the speakers that flared out like wings. Yeah,
Mhm.
so I'm thinking for Mecha, do something involving that. So like it all gets put together and stuff. It's more kind of like a Sentai thing, but it'll work for Mecha. And then I guess for Kaiju, I was thinking, what's the biggest console? And my brain originally went the original Xbox. But lucky for us, the PlayStation 5 came out and it fucking dwarfs the original Xbox.
Now, is the PlayStation 5 bigger than the newest
The
Xbox?
PlayStation 5 is the biggest console I've ever seen. It's too big. Let me get you a picture real fast, Travis. It,
Gonna have somebody there for scale.
I mean, I have my Switch dock next to it.
Oh, okay.
Flash. Oh well, it's a shitty picture, but
Ah,
it'll get the point.
it's a miracle.
That's right. So if you look there, you
Oh, that is a monolith.
yeah, it is disturbingly large.
It's got to hold all that
Yeah,
RAM.
all those teraflops.
Gotta fit somewhere.
Flops.
You've heard it's got blast processing.
Oh, we're getting some background jamming from you. What is happening? Is that the sound of a PS5 startup?
I mean, that's catchy.
It's the bootleg remix. Ah.
Yeah, fun fact, my cat walked past my computer and just rolled a fucking 20 stealth check and unplugged my microphone. I don't know.
And then I guess it jumped to the audio cable
Oh, weird.
because playing it was playing music over Discord.
That's bizarre. Huh.
Can everybody out there in Twitch land hear us all right?
Yeah.
Hear everybody all right?
It looks like it from my levels.
Okay.
So I think we're good there. So yeah, I don't
Talk about a kaiju attack.
yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, Jaeger just stomped around, which is funny because Jaeger was the name of one of the Pacific Rim.
Yeah,
They
all
were
the
all
robots were
Jaeger.
called
Oh,
Jaegers. Because Jaeger just means hunter.
or alcohol.
Jägermeister means master hunter.
Shit. What does that have to do with the alcohol?
That's why it's got a deer
Oh,
for the logo, or a stag.
and then when you're going this is a stupid joke. Joe, do you know what I was talking about with the Game Boy peripherals?
Oh yeah, just all the little
Yeah,
accessories that
they
could
all like
show
snapped
it.
on and slid on and shit, and they had like you could plug it into the wall so you didn't use batteries. It was a wild time.
So pretty much, I'm just drawing Cherno Alpha with Game Boy attachments.
I mean, if you want to be the one to do the mecha, sure.
Now, would you rather draw the mecha or the kaiju?
Dude, I'm for either or.
Yes, 5G.
I got ideas for both. Um, would you mind terribly if I did take the mecha?
No, not at all.
Perfect.
Cool.
All right, I got 3 minutes on the board.
Oh boy.
That's a lie. I put 60 unless you want to do less or more.
Nah, 60's fine by me.
Perfect. Alrighty, you guys ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sweet, sweet. Time's on the board. 3, 2, 1. Draw.
Gonna get some color in there and get some reference images.
Yeah, it is shocking how large a PlayStation 5 is. I can't see it fitting most like people's entertainment centers. Granted, you can lay it on.
Well,
Sorry.
it's just a feature of the house
Yeah.
now. It's like all those rich people in New York who have to have grand pianos built into their apartments.
Yeah. I need to have it raising out of the floor. Or no, have it flip down from the wall like a hideaway bed.
Murphy bed PlayStation.
Yep. Hey, this is a good show, guys. Well, you are a good viewer, guy. But thank you. I'm glad you
Now,
enjoyed.
if I'm not mistaken, there was like a headset for the Game Boy, wasn't there?
Probably. Have you guys drawn anything? No. Okay.
Sorry,
No,
I'm
no, no.
still pulling up
It's okay. I just
references.
wanted to make sure it was still working. Game Boy headset. Oh, geez, it looks like a respirator. What?
If it's the
Oh, that is a pediatric sedation headpiece. It still looks so bad. Yeah, I'll send you a picture.
I think I saw the one you're looking at where it's like a
Purple thing and this guy in blues. Yeah.
yeah. Oh well, I gotta get drawn. I could have sworn like Nintendo had done something similar to The Sega Nomad.
Probably. Or the Sega Game Gear. Have you ever used the Game Gear? They take 6 fucking batteries and they last for like 2 hours.
Oh, the future is now, man.
Man, that was, I think, 32-bit. Like, it looked really nice and it was super bright and colorful. Yeah.
Worth every battery.
I mean, I thought so. Catch me playing Dracula X or whatever.
Playing Vector Man.
Right. Comic Zone. Comic Zone's actually getting a movie, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what Comic Zone is.
Oh, dude.
It's a really good game. It's a side-scrolling like beat 'em up type game where it all takes place like in a comic book, and you can like swing between panels and stuff.
Oh, that's
It was
cool.
super dope. I'm really surprised to see. I hope it's like Cool World.
Cool World is the Roger Rabbit-esque movie starring Matt Damon
Oh,
about...
That was Brad Pitt.
Was it Brad Pitt?
Yeah.
Wow. But it's basically like,
It's raunchy.
what if you weren't allowed to fuck the cartoon characters?
well,
And then there's somebody that's like, I'm gonna fuck it. And they're like, you better not. And they're like, too late.
You told me I can't, so I gotta.
that's the plot.
Yep.
Mhm. It says like it like pretty much like end of the world type stuff if you were to ever have sex with a cartoon. And they're just like, yeah, this happens.
Would you ruin the world to have sex with the cartoon? Answer honestly.
I mean, if it was good.
Which cartoon?
Okay, good question. Or yeah.
Well, I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know. Is it like the chick from Roger Rabbit?
Basically.
But yes,
So,
in a heartbeat.
oh, Hollywood apparently. Um. Okay, I got a question, Joe. What was your
Mhm.
first? What was your first cartoon like crush or whatever?
Oh, that would be Jessica Rabbit. Like the Who Framed Roger Rabbit is my all-time favorite movie, and yeah, that was my first crush.
Wow. I think mine was the chick from Goofy movie.
That's a good
What was her
one.
name? Roxanne.
Roxanne?
Yeah. Like that beginning.
Uh,
Beginning woke something up in me.
Yeah, that's a formative one.
And I think like Roger Rabbit kind of gave me my, like for I guess kind of gothic chicks from Betty Boop.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. And I think it's where I got my love for Scotch too. Wow, that movie really fucked me up.
You just think about it and you're like, oh my god. Am I Roger Rabbit?
It's just Donnie Darko, but with Roger Rabbit instead.
Jessica Rabbit, not bad. Thumbelina, I can see it. Travis, did you answer?
Um, Probably Jasmine from Aladdin.
Okay, yeah. Can definitely see it.
So if I'm being entirely candid, there was another scene from Aladdin that I don't know, stuck with me and I didn't understand
Is
why.
it when Jafar gets sucked into the lamp and you're like, oh man, I wish I was sucked into a lamp.
Yeah, that's where my getting sucked into a lamp fetish started.
What were you gonna say?
No, it was getting sucked into a lamp.
Oh, that was a really good guess. Where do I go from there?
Yeah, I really left. took us out to the edge of the cliff and just kind of stood
Yep.
there.
Well, you gonna jump?
That was my fault.
No, it's totally mine. You gotta. We've probably talked about this before, but fuck it. Yeah. What was your first video game crush?
Um,
Oh God.
well, there was a game called Revolution X
Okay.
that was a rail shooter, but it was entirely like the Aerosmith game.
Yeah.
So you had like MIDI versions of Aerosmith songs as the soundtrack for the
I've heard of
background.
this. Yeah.
You were shooting guys like rollerblading by, shooting at you. But the big bad was a dominatrix named
Oh
Helga,
shit.
who was there to steal the music. And that did something for me I didn't understand.
I understand it looking at her. Although, from far off, I thought it was a guy. It's clearly not. Ooh, Helga had some no-nos. No shooting power-ups. No destroying bridges. And no tattoos. Those are Helga's no-nos.
Yep.
And now you guy, no. As in,
And now I know,
That's right.
no.
you got it.
I'm in the no.
You're in the no now. Joe. Joe, you like video games.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever have a crush, or were you like 3D? Ew.
Okay, hold on. I gotta look this up really quick because I really don't know the name of the character, or
This is my plan to distract you so that Travis can get an advantage.
I can squander this advantage.
right. I'll also ask Travis. Do you have a more recent video game character you've been attracted to,
Um,
or something you've found more recently, or is that too personal?
probably like Bomberman or something.
Ooh, Bomberman's a good choice. Really, really can do things to you. I don't know. Bomberman's a good choice.
You can blow me up.
Oh, I never gave mine. How rude of me. Mine was Kira Hagai from Jack and Daxter.
Ah,
Yeah,
Peaceable Drop also said
I
that.
know. It's because we had similar childhoods.
I vaguely remember Kira.
The mechanic girl,
Yeah.
I think blue hair, greenish blue, teal maybe. It's just green. Well, my brain doesn't want to work.
Okay, I think I found her. All right, so like the question was who I thought was a hot video game
Yeah.
chick, correct?
Doesn't have to be a chick, but yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
back in the day, when I was a kid, I played a lot of car demolition games, and Rogue Trip was one of them.
I've never heard of it.
And in the game, there was it was this chick that drove a school bus, and what was her character name? Hold on. Destroying Angel, I think that's what her name was. But what cracks me up is like she was really hot, but she was also dressed like a nun.
Oh.
And that's kind of like odd.
No, I get it.
If you look her up, it's like, wow, she's really hot, but she's also dressed like a nun.
Yeah, the forbidden fruit.
And her special weapon was touched by an angel.
What was she called?
Destroying angel.
That's a mushroom type. That's a toxic mushroom. Apparently, it's among the most toxic of mushrooms.
Ooh, I'm gonna eat that
Don't.
mushroom.
I'm looking for it. This Wikipedia page doesn't have pictures. That's stupid. I don't know. I'm just finding a bunch of deviant art. What was the game name?
Rogue Trip.
Oh yeah, I see it now. They need to come out with more destruction car games like that.
Is it
Indeed.
like
It's like a
Twisted Metal
yeah.
style or?
From what I
Yeah,
can
it
see.
was like that, but you have this whole thing of there's tourists running around the like battlefield that you're driving on, and you have to pick them up, and they start dumping money into your account if you take them to the like sites that you're supposed to
So
take them
it's
to.
like
All
Okay.
Twisted Metal meets Crazy Taxi. That
yeah,
sounds pretty cool.
I'm sad I missed that one.
Well, good news. It's still exists. Probably easily emulatable.
Yeah. Brigador was like that from X. That sounds awesome too.
Was it called Road Trip Vacation 2012?
mm-hmm. Yeah, so like it starts off with like it's this whole thing. It's like the year is 2012, and like the world's gone into just despair and everything.
Distant future.
Yeah, and it's like infomercial. He's like, "Hey, but don't let that spoil your day. Take a vacation."
That's funny. Yeah, I think looking back, my first video game crush was probably um, Munch from Oddworld. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
what those teeth do.
Rot because of all the Mountain Dew I drink.
I was talking about Munch, but
Yeah. He's fueled by Mountain Dew. They did a brand deal.
oh, was it really
No.
Mountain Dew? I thought it
No.
was.
No, it
Huh?
wasn't.
Because I knew like everything was kind of like a stab at capitalism.
Yeah, it was very much parodying or whatever, playing off of capitalism, kind of like the original Ratchet and Clanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they turned them into a Modican soda of some sort that I don't remember the name of. They also had Modican pops that were like popsicles. That was why they were trying to escape. True. Oddworld.
I played a lot of Abe's Odyssey as a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
That game
A
is
friend
hard as
downloaded it and gave it
it's
to me.
hard as fuck.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know if you played Soulstorm, the one that came out recently. Yeah, it plays exactly like it. I mean, I think it may have been either a direct sequel or a remake. I forget because those games, their development timeline's really weird. But it plays just like it. It's like a 2.5D side scroller.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, the Modican were janitors until profits went down, and then they started juicing them and turning them into stuff to sell. Soulstorm added iffy crafting. I didn't get that far. It was very hard. Or I just don't remember it. Yeah, I think Oddworld was much more on the nose about their anti-capitalism than Ratchet. considering Ratchet didn't have workers getting juiced for profit. I gotta mute for a second. There's a dog barking.
Joe, what was your first console growing up?
That would be a Nintendo.
Like an NES? Nice. Any weird like niche games that were super important to you, but like maybe not important in the grand scheme of video games?
Actually, I'm just sitting there trying to remember like everything I had for it. As I don't know, there's a few of them that I had that I vaguely remember them. Like I remember playing them as a kid, but I just don't really like remember them now or what the game was. Like I remember I had this like space adventure game, but it was very just low quality. Like you really couldn't tell what was going on. It's like little dots just flying at you like as stars, but it just really wasn't. Can't remember that much about it. That was another fun one. Like I said, Roger Rabbit was a big part of my life when I was a kid, so I had the video game for that, and that game is damn near impossible to finish.
I didn't even know there was a Roger Rabbit game.
Oh yeah, like you're running around as Eddie Valiant, and you're finding all these little clues in just the regular world, and like you have this area that's Toontown, but it's shut off because you got to find all these little bits and pieces. You can like find like Benny the Taxi, and this is one of those games back in the day where you actually got to drive around in the game, and I thought that was really cool.
Oh, cool.
But also, like if you're in the taxi for too long, you'll start hearing sirens, and the weasels will come after you, and it's damn near impossible to get away from them.
Oh, that's wild.
It's one of those games where like the developers I like probably secretly sat there and laughed their asses off because they're like, yeah, you can't beat this game. Like I mean, also grew up playing a lot of of course Mario and there was like I mean and a few sports games, but just never like got heavy into that stuff. I know a lot of people like love playing the sports games, but this was never my bag.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, sorry, I was rambling there for a second.
Oh no, I was happy to hear about it. Like, there's always those weird niche games that don't really withstand the test of time, but because you're a kid and that's all you really had access to, like they mean a lot to you.
Mhm.
And I think Vector Man was like that for me, as was Revolution X. Because those were the games I had.
Mhm.
Another one is Q Basic, which was this game my brother and I used to play a lot on our grandma's Windows 95 computer,
Mhm.
where you're just two pixelated gorillas throwing bananas at each other. And you gotta type in like the angle and the power.
Dude, I remember that game. Oh my god. Was it like a little ball? You threw something at him and it would explode?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I remember playing that game as a kid. Holy shit.
But like for the longest time, I could not find anything about the game because I'm just looking up like, gorilla computer game, throw bananas, and of course, it just got a bunch of Donkey Kong search results. But
Damn, dude, you just kind of unlocked something like that I haven't like thought about in a long time.
oh yeah, one of those deep-seated memories.
Yeah, because dude, I remember I would like get home from school and like that, goofy old ass computer just sit over there in the corner. I'd jump on that, and that was the only thing on there.
Ooh, nice.
Good times, like that. And this is just like from a different console, like the Sega console, Gunstar Heroes. That was one of my all-time favorite games growing up as a kid.
I'm not familiar at all.
That it was pretty much like you can either be just it was co-op, so you could run around just being one dude, and like their weapon selection was insane. Like you'd have let's say like a flamethrower you'd start off with. Well, then like throughout the level, like there are these little orbs that would float around, and you'd hit those, and like it would be like maybe a laser weapon, and you could like link that with the flamethrower, and it would just be this laser flame thing. Like you could mix match different weapons, and it was so cool. And like
Ooh.
they had different scenarios like that you go through like to get to these main bosses at the end. Like one was it was almost like a underground like train level, but you're on these little like one person carts like rolling around. You could jump to the ceiling or back and forth, and it would go vertical at some points. And they always had these crazy ass mech robots at the end that you have to fight, which would be like the main villain. And what else was there? Like right at the end of the game, like you have this like rolling a dice game where like you pick the giant dice up, you throw it, and whatever it landed on, you jump these paces, and you have to fight this special character or do the special level. I don't
That
know.
sounds awesome.
Like I'm shitty at explaining it, but dude, like this, like if you look up Gunstar Heroes or ever get a chance to play it, it is so much fun.
And you said that was for Genesis?
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can't find like a an emulation of that or like a port or something because that sounds cool as heck.
Dude, like I was saying before about like the weapons, dude. It was probably one of the first times where you got to sit there and actually like customize your own weapon, and I thought it was the coolest thing when I was a kid.
Yeah. I played a lot of Jumpstart growing up. Like one of these days I want to stream all of oh cool. Feasible says Gundrop is available on or sorry, Gunstar is available on the Switch Virtual Console.
Oh, right on.
Um I want to do a stream one of these days, or I guess probably several streams,
Mm.
where I just play through the entirety of Jumpstart Third Grade. I'm not sure if you ever played that one, but you've got to rescue like all these robots
Okay.
um, by doing, I don't know, math and learning puzzles and stuff.
Mhm.
But I've never. There are a ton of robots, and the game was so grindy that I never actually unlocked all of them. So I want to do that on stream just to really knock that one off my list.
Oh yeah.
I am back.
Welcome
Hey.
back.
How's it going?
It's going. I'm getting somewhere.
I know you already went over this. I heard that Joe, your first console was a Nintendo. What was
Mhm.
yours, Travis?
Uh, First console was a Sega
Now, was that the
Genesis.
first one you owned, or the first one that your family had?
First one that my
What was the
family
first you
had,
owned?
because it was just me and my older
Gotcha.
brother. Like the first one that I could call my
Yeah.
console. A GameCube,
Cool.
because there was like that summer school program where
Give you a-
they paid us
Yep.
$100 to go to summer school. And so I went to that so I could buy a GameCube, and first game I got for that was Sonic Adventure 2
Hell
Battle.
yeah, good shit. My the first one that I owned was a Sega Genesis. My brothers gave it to me because they didn't want it anymore.
Oh, nice.
Yep. So the first game I owned was I think Sonic 2.
Oh, wow.
And then I think they also had a Super Nintendo that I never actually got. I think I got their Nintendo because they moved away and forgot it in a shelf.
Nice.
I actually used to still have like the whole box and everything for it. I wish I still did. I think it got chewed up by mice, which sucks
That'll happen.
when you don't know to take care of something.
Yeah.
I wish I had all my N64 boxes, but who the fuck makes video game boxes out of cardboard? That's such a bad idea. Like, I get it from
Yeah.
like a, they're not thinking of it this way. I get it from like a environmental standard. Like, yeah, it'll degrade or whatever, but at the same time, they were just doing it to be cheap.
It'll degrade or whatever.
But they were just being cheap.
Yeah. And also, like, all the boxes you can find are, like, sun
Yep.
bleached and
I think if I wanted, oh my gosh, the dog's barking again. I think if I wanted to display my games, I would just put little they make like box art stickers that you can put on top of N64 carts because there's no good way to like store them or whatever and still be able to tell what they
hmm,
are. So that's what I would do is put the little box art stickers on top. Yeah,
that's neat.
your bro uses those. Do they
What are
look
we
nice?
at?
We're at about 32 left.
Okay.
Hell yeah. The only way that I have to store my N64 carts is I have one of those. They used to sell like plastic boxes that have like a slide out drawer or whatever. Um, and like you could stick them
Yeah.
all in, and I still have one of those that has like 20 games or so inside of it. Yeah, they're definitely stickers, and once they go on, make sure you got them on the right way because they're not coming off. Not without a lot of effort and potentially getting some sort of like goop be gone inside of your game.
That's fine. Just dip the whole damn thing in
Yeah, I
alcohol.
mean, honestly, that wouldn't be the worst for it, but I still wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, if you can
Yeah,
avoid it.
honestly, with a lot of electronics, you can just wash them off with water. You just have to make sure that they're fully dry before turning them on. Otherwise, you'll
Hmm.
just pop them and they'll be dead.
Well, you don't like you want to make sure they're dry too, so that the water doesn't corrode
True.
the metal.
It might mess up the chips. I know, like I've seen people like I recently I saw a clip on YouTube of a guy taking parts of his computer and just like freezing them in like a block of ice for a couple months and then unfreezing them and putting them together and it still worked.
Nice.
What the hell?
Keeps them fresh for
I
later.
mean, that's YouTube content for you, baby. No, he was a Bitcoin miner. He was keeping it on ice. I don't fucking know.
No, we don't talk about that around here.
Dakota's gone.
Yeah, and I'll enforce it in
Oh,
his
okay, I'm
stead.
sorry. We can remove that in post. I'll dock some points for myself. Yeah,
Thank
hold
you.
on. Let me get this pulled up.
Bitcoin Arnold, please. Like Arnold from Magic School
No, no,
Bus?
no, no, no. Arnold from Hey Arnold is a crypto bro. Yeah.
What?
Did I stutter?
Goes around
I hope
helping people and then tries to sell them on bullshit money. Did we lose you,
no, no,
Aaron?
no. I was docking my points.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
I had to make good on it.
It just sounded like you cut off mid sentence there.
Maybe I don't even know what I was saying. I'm sorry. My brain is still not fully fully back from my lack of sleep. Mm-hmm.
Ah, yeah, the body needs that.
You say that, but I prove you wrong.
Well, rest up,
Uh,
Sheriff. You know, I'll uh, I'll keep the town well
no, no.
enough.
Evil never sleeps, so neither can I.
I appreciate your
Of course.
vigilance.
I mean, I wouldn't be the sheriff if I wasn't vigilant. I can't just sit on my butt doing nothing in like a 3 horsepower speed trap.
Where it's literally 3
Yeah.
horses
If you're going above,
pulling.
like 2 horses, that's too fast, partner.
If you've got too many horses on your wagon,
That's gonna be a citation. You can take it up.
didn't pay the horse
Right.
tax.
Did you ever
Did
want
not.
to get some of those Game Boy accessories? Did you ever have any?
Um, I never actually.
Had a Game Boy?
I guess if we're counting handhelds, I owned a. My first console would have been a Game Boy Color.
Mm.
I didn't think about
Yeah, I'd count
handhelds.
handheld.
Um, so that was the first one I could call my own, but I never had like an OG Game Boy.
No,
My cousin had one,
I don't even.
and so that was like my main exposure to it.
What'd you play?
Lots of Paperboy. Um, whenever I had my older brother had a Game Boy Color before I did. So I played through a lot of Pokemon Red, but I wasn't allowed to save
Oh,
over his file.
jeez.
I got 2 gym badges in one
That's
sitting.
quite a bit, because those games start pretty slow.
Yeah, I had a lot of time as a
Yeah,
kid.
same. I had enough time that I got a legit surfing Pikachu and balloon Pikachu, which I think you have to do by beating Pokemon Yellow in Pokemon Stadium, I think. I don't remember exactly how you get it.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Did it have like a virtual console mechanic like that, or
In a way, the N64 had a little thing you could plug in where like the memory card or Rumble Pack goes that you could then, yeah, plug in
yeah?
the Game Boy Color or Game Boy uh, game, and
Because I know you could transfer your Pokemon that way, but I didn't know it had any features
yeah, I
beyond
think it was
that.
just called like Game Boy Tower or something like that. It was in like the top right of the main menu. It was just like a giant Game Boy, and that's where
Yeah.
you could play it on the TV.
Oh, wow. That would have been novel
Oh
at the
yeah.
time.
I mean, to be fair, the Super Nintendo had a Super Game Boy attachment too, where it was like a Super Nintendo card that you then plug the Game Boy game into, so you could play it on the TV.
Man, they've been selling us that gimmick
Oh
for
yeah, Nintendo
ages.
was all about gimmicks, all about extra peripherals, and you can't play fucking Crystal Chronicles without having 4 Game Boy Advances with link cables. They did not mind really making you buy everything.
Not at all.
3 friends is harder to get. Well, that's just sad. Thank you. What color Game
Would
Boy did
love.
your brother have?
He had the translucent
Ooh,
purple.
dope. I just had a yellow one. Not even like the Pikachu one, just a yellow one. Yeah.
Nice. I got the Nintendium
Nice.
purple.
I had a see-through I guess sort of like the bluish purple or whatever, Game Boy Advance. I miss
Ooh,
see-through consoles.
yeah. Like just all electronics. That was a big thing for a while there. Like you had the phone that at least somebody in your life seemed to have that had like the neon color insides on
Yeah.
display.
Oh, I'm sure see-through things would come back. I'm sure if I looked on Etsy, I could find case mods.
I mean, they sort of already have with computery people. Like my computer tower has like one big glass pane in the
Yeah.
side, so I can show off my my what do you say, the
Yeah, your
teraflops?
teraflops. Damn, you got a 3 teraflop system.
Yeah, I just stuffed them all in there. Don't let them out.
Little boogers will escape, take over the town.
They're
Yep,
rascals.
run for mayor.
So many rams in this thing.
Do you have a farm animal license? In
No, but I am from St. Louis and old enough to remember when Rams were a St. Louis thing.
I don't even think St. Louis has a team anymore.
We don't, but we got a nice aquarium instead, so good
Yeah, to be
riddance.
fair. Now we're just the St. Louis go-getters. That would be so funny if they're trying to like enforce or rather promote like pride or like whatever, and they're just like, yeah, our new team's the St. Louis Go-Getters. The LA Rams.
The St. Louis
Yeah.
Bootstrappers.
The St. Louis COVID's not real. Joe.
St.
St. Louis, not my presidents.
Better yet, the St. Louis Whoops. Because everyone here in Midwest is like, whoop.
Hey, Travis, give me your best ope.
Oh.
That was a good one. Opa.
Hey, I really had to channel squeezing right past
Yeah.
somebody.
Squeezing past 2 old ladies talking in the middle of a Walmart.
Oh my god,
It's
that's
so annoying.
I hate shopping just because like that is where the most like unaware people just come out in full
Yep.
force. And that irritates me to probably an unhealthy degree.
It's even worse, like, what's worse, when they do that in the middle of an aisle or when they do that in the middle of the parking lot?
If there's room to get around them in the parking lot,
No, there
I'm
is not.
fine. In an aisle, I just feel so claustrophobic already. And so like if I don't absolutely need a cart, I will avoid it at all costs just so I'm more mobile.
That's why I like those tiny carts that are like half as long.
Yeah. I'm a handbasket man.
If I see people just like standing in the middle of the aisle, I just turn around and go to a different aisle. I'm just like, fuck it. I don't need to go down that way. I'll come back.
Oh, I just go garrote them and tell them they're in the way.
And throw them over the aisle to the next one so that it's no longer your problem.
I just hide them and bury them underneath the multi-meal cereal.
No one buys it anyway, so they'll never find them. God, I hated working at Walmart. You have to deal with all of that
Oh, I
and like
bet.
children throwing tantrums and then children getting berated and verbally abused by their shitty parents. It's like, I can't say anything about this, but you shouldn't have a child.
I will give you something to cry about.
Yeah. The worst. On top of already shitty working conditions.
Yeah.
You know, I'll agree with you on that one. It does suck to work for
Yep.
Walmart.
Never again.
I
Starve.
luckily never had to.
But I hope you never have to.
You know, I only worked there for about, I think like not even a month because I was back in like receiving and stocking.
Yeah.
And that guy that ran that place back there he was just an asshole, and he would like run past you with like a bunch of stuff and like knock down the pallet you were stacking, and just be like, "Oh, pick that
Oop.
up." And then there was one day I was sitting there because I mean, coming in there working like 10 hours a day or whatever, you get tired. So I'm in there like kind of yawning, and they pull me into the office and they tried to write me up for yawning.
Yeah, how dare you?
I'm just like, "Are you kidding me? Like, really? Is it that's why you're writing?"
We don't want our customers to get the idea that our employees are in any way human.
You're supposed to be a robot. What are you doing? Walmart has the objective funniest application tests where like they'll unions are A, satanic, B, a trick from liars, C, good actually, and then D, A, B, but not C. They also ask you like 6 times throughout the whole process if you have or will ever steal.
I, the thought hadn't crossed my mind until you asked me so many times about it, but now I'm thinking
Yeah.
about it.
Like, hey, never say never.
They really do try to get in your head. They'll ask you the same question worded differently just to make sure that you're not just filling them in, so that your answers have to be congruent with the other ones. And also, if you answer fucking wildly, like positive and negatively, they don't like that either. They want you to answer in one specific way, so I guess that they can kind of judge how you're gonna react to things. It's
That is bizarre.
yeah,
It's that corporate cynicism.
it's not worth it. They don't pay you enough to
No, no.
put up with all the bullshit. But enough about that. Walmart's shitty.
Mm-hmm.
We never had to work there. I did work at overnights at Hy-Vee,
Yeah,
which was vehemently anti-union.
but you couldn't tell.
Uh, oh no, they were just overtly
No, okay.
anti-union, but they kept claiming to be employee-owned.
Didn't you get like stock or something in the company? Oh,
Nope.
well, the way that I thought that worked was completely wrong.
It may have been an option for certain
Yeah,
employees.
or like ones that had been there long enough.
I think it was like a management
Gross.
thing.
And they just conveniently
Yeah,
forgot that.
lifers. And it was in Kirksville, Missouri, so it was run by a bunch of old school workhorses. So they made it much worse than everybody else.
We are at 14 minutes. Yeah, employee owned, but not by you.
Exactly. Only the employees who were born, bred, and raised for
Yep.
Hy-Vee.
Only Jonathan Hy-Vee owns this one.
And all of his children who he employs here.
Well, no, he doesn't employ them because they're underage. He
No, they're employed because now it's employee owned.
no. They're not employed because they can't be. They're only 12.
Oh no, see that law doesn't apply for family
Oh,
actually.
you're right. And I gotta mute again. There's a loud dog.
So, Joe, got any sordid work stories other than getting almost getting written up for yawning?
Uh, yeah, I mean, my whole work history has just been really fucking boring or sad. But you know,
Oh, come
uh,
on, Dish. I'm sure you got up to some shit.
God, I don't know. I feel like I've just always been a square. Not much of a hijinks kind of guy.
That's fair. But always remember, getting in trouble is a fake idea. And rarely are the consequences so dire that, it ain't worth a little ragamuffinery.
Mm.
No
Did you
maple
go?
syrup, bongs in the break room, says Feasible Drop. Um,
Did you have any other rousing tales of work?
there was a time period where I was kind of job hopping, just kind of, trying to get on my feet again, and worked a series of pretty shitty jobs. Um, but a lot of them had very little oversight because they didn't want to look at how bad they were treating their employees, I guess.
Mm.
So I mean, like, there was one job where I actually tried way harder than I should have, all things considered. It was a hotel job where it was just abysmal conditions. I didn't really do anything terrible there. Um, there was when I worked at a sushi bar. I just ended up spending most of my time making drinks for me and my coworkers,
Mhm.
and just practicing bartending skills and mixology with the ingredients we had on hand, and just giving out samples for pretty much my entire shift because it made everybody happier. I also worked at a liquor store where some of our regulars would buy us shots every now and again, and we'd do shots with our
That's so
customers.
great. I wish. Though I have had some people, I work at a hotel, and I've had people be like, "Hey, you want a beer?" And I'm like, "I'm not gonna turn that down."
Yeah, 2-0 on
Yeah.
audit,
Even if even if I didn't
but
drink it there, I'd just be like, "Okay, I'll take it home and be drunk at 8 in the morning."
yeah, like the hotel was managed by essentially a an aged out sorority girl just trying to hang on to those glory days.
Mm.
And so, like, we had company parties and they went fucking buck wild. Like, it was, I was working desk and they were all partying in one of the conference rooms just down the hallway. And my manager came and brought me a drink, and while I was on shift and everything, and yeah, they were all going ham. Uh, they let people just kind of stay in the hotel, willy nilly.
That's awesome.
That sounds way better
Yeah,
than mine.
we had somebody staying in what we called a haunted hotel room because somebody had died in there.
Ooh.
And so we had a ritual where every once in a while we'd bring him a Diet Coke from the bar, not from the regular soda fountain, to appease the ghost in that room. But my manager was staying in there that night because of the wild party, and so like the head of housekeeping grabs us all sheets, and we all go in there wearing sheets and going ooh, making ghost
Was
noises.
it while they were asleep?
They weren't
Aw,
asleep yet.
dang. It would have been great if you all just sneak in really quietly and like surround the bed before they wake up,
Oh my god.
and then just like pour a Diet Coke on top of them.
Appease. You know, I would do that in a heartbeat, like now, but
Yeah, back then, it's
it was a lot of fun. It made for a pretty terrible like work environment, but because like nothing got done as far as things employees needed, like getting paid consistently. Um, Trying to get benefits there was a huge fucking struggle, but it was a fun time.
I had a really old lady who was really drunk. She got dropped off by her husband, and she was with her kid, or grandkid, I mean. So he's real young, and she's going up in this elevator with this like attractive older guy who's like not with him or anything, not even like on the same floor. And she looks at him and goes, "Hey, are you married?" And he goes, "Yeah, happily." And she goes, "Me too. You want to fuck?" And this guy's like, "Well, that's my floor. See ya." And then he went down to the front desk and told me, and I'm like, "Oh my god, are you fucking serious?" There's
Hell
nothing
yeah.
I can do about it.
That's
Yeah,
wild.
that was one of the weirder encounters recently. That was just like a week ago.
So we had an alcohol and tobacco rep
Okay.
staying on her company card while she was in town on business, um, who was actually there to do business with the liquor store that I previously worked at. Just a fun little tie-in, but she got absolutely blasted at the
Nice.
bar, to the point where the bartender had to cut her off, and he wasn't one to do that because he was an enabler. Um, but yeah, like he had to cut her off, and she essentially made similar propositions to other hotel guests to the point where like some of our regulars were made really uncomfortable, and so like she got essentially sent back to her room that night. Um, and I guess out of a tantrum, she flooded her bathroom by clogging up the bathtub and leaving it running.
Oh my god.
And we figured out when the managers came in the next morning and unlocked the manager's office, and it was flooded because it was directly
Oh,
underneath
no.
that room. Yeah. Um, so then we charged all damages to the card she had on file, and it turned out to be a company card because they called us and they're like, "Yeah, can you explain this charge?" And so we did, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, we understand.
We'll have a talk
Yeah.
with her."
I had a drunk guest fall asleep while starting the bathtub. Like that's how drunk they were.
Oh, fuck.
And the bathtub ran for like 5 or 6 hours and flooded 2 floors. Yeah, it went
Jeepers.
through the walls and down to another floor. It was bad.
Damn.
That's also when I found out that my shoe had a hole in it because suddenly I had water all up my shoe. Yeah,
Oh,
Oh
cool story.
boy.
Speaking of cool stories, we got about 2.5 minutes left. It's not really speaking of cool stories, but there you go. I'm really on point with these segues.
I'm here
Good.
for it. That's the theme
Yep.
of tonight. Segways don't work in the sand in the desert.
Bro, that's free bathwater. Yeah, I should have bottled it and sold it at the front desk. Yeah, this is 306 bathwater. Aged.
306 is the
Yep.
brand.
We've got 84 different brands. 85 if you want the staff special. I'm trying to remember what I said on one of these shows that just made you gag. It's probably good that I don't remember.
I don't
But you remember
remember, and I think it's by design.
you just blocked it out. Just have to up my game, I guess. Like, I think you almost threw up. It was really funny.
Well, the staff one got me because staff is not something I want associated with bathwater.
Well, I didn't mean like a staph infection, but
But that's where my
yep,
mind
I
went.
didn't even think of it that way. Joe, I gotta say, I really love where you took this. I think it's really cool to have it like coming out from the middle. Don't read into that too much, Travis. I really love yours too. I
Just
love
not as
all
much.
my cowpokes equally. I don't play favorites. Except for Dakota.
That's
And I'll let him decide which way that goes.
we all know Dakota's your favorite.
I plead the fifth. Speaking of pleading the fifth, I'm just gonna lean into these terrible transitions. That's time. So you can finish coloring real fast.
No, it wouldn't be real
Okay.
fast. And I think it works better without it at the
Fair
moment.
Dope. I love these. I'm gonna be honest. What do you guys think? How do you think your each of yours turned out? Like, Travis, what do you think of yours?
I did not use my time wisely, I feel.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Did you have like other plans for it?
I wanted to get some color
Okay.
in.
Maybe
Just get some of the grays and purples.
maybe Thursday's show.
Yeah.
You gotta give.
Oh, wow. I love that, Joe.
Oh, thank you.
Joe, how'd you feel about it?
You know what? At the beginning, I was sitting here trying to like rack my brain, coming up with an idea like how to do a PS5
Yeah.
kaiju, and then I just started thinking of the Pokemon that like the oyster,
Yeah,
cloister. I mean, and then boom, just kaiju, giant
Hell
kaiju
yeah.
cloister. That's 5.
It's got 5 whole
That looks
five
really
whole
cool.
teraflops of power.
Terror flops.
2 teraflops for brains because it needs one to think and one to move.
Sounds right to
Yeah.
me.
So it's got 2 teraflops.
Okay. What let's
Gonna...
get to the points.
Yeah. Joe, you killed it. I'm gonna give it 500 gigs of RAM per brain.
Sick.
For a total of 1,000 gigs of RAM.
Wow. That's so much RAM.
Hell yeah. So many flops. You know what? I'm just going to keep this to I want to keep it a tie because I feel like we did a great job this week. So whatever points that would tie you up.
1001. Oh no, wait. No, not 1000.
I'd love to be tied up.
Keeping this even Steven today.
Wow. Unprecedented tie. That's never happened before in 10 paces.
That's because we don't have.
Well, what do we do? Do we just end it with a gentleman's
I
handshake?
guess so. Let me see. Yeah. We'll settle this next time.
We'll shake hands with guns.
Right.
That's what we'll do.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. Doesn't.
We'll show our camaraderie with bullets.
Exactly.
Aw, you're.
Because nothing says, love and hospitality like hollow points.
I'm truly touched by this. Joe, thank you for coming on. We appreciate it.
Hey, it is no problem. I always love doing
Hell
these
yeah.
shows. It's always a good time.
We love having you. Now I know you said it last week, but just a reminder to the folks where they can find you.
Well, folks, if you whenever want to check out some artwork and whatnot, Facebook is The Art of Joe Stedlin. And then Instagram is just Joe Stedlin. But, yeah, like I said last week, just been working on some Godric artwork. I've got some Fantastic Four in the works. I'll be posting that very soon. So, yeah.
Did you ever finish your Godric?
No, right now I'm actually working on the
Cool.
color.
Okay.
Yeah, I've actually got a few projects working at all at the same time. So I'll put that one aside for a second. I'll get one going a little bit further, and then I'll stop on that one, and so on and so forth.
I do think, Travis, you flipping it makes it look a lot better. I just like that angle more, and the pilot cutaway looks, I think, better like that.
Yeah, I think it looks better in juxtaposition to the kaiju. Because now it looks like it's
Yeah.
going to attack.
Joe, you've played Elden Ring, right? I assume if you're doing like Godric art.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever thought of drawing either Ronnie or a grafted scion?
I don't know. I've actually thought about doing a Ronnie piece with her and her disciples,
Blade,
Blythe
and
yeah.
the other.
I can never remember how they pronounce his name. There's so many names in there I think I'm pronouncing correctly, and they're like,
Yeah.
no, that's wrong.
What are the other two people in Ronnie's?
Some Severus Snape looking fuck, and then a giant blacksmith.
Severus Snape. Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah, I don't remember him either.
Like, he was a real big asshole, and you know him for all of 5 seconds, and I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but yeah.
And then the other guy's cool. The blacksmith guy.
Dude, he was one of my favorite characters.
I mean, for some reason, they always make really likable blacksmiths and really big blacksmiths.
Well, that, the other blacksmith, the one that you know the entire fucking game, every time you go to him, he's like, oh yeah, I thought you died. Okay,
Yep.
what do you need? It's like, what, you have no hope for me whatsoever. Thanks, dude. Okay, take my money.
Well, he's probably seen this come and go many times.
There was that, and then also I want to do a double-page spread of the fight between Lania and
That'd
Don.
be cool. Alrighty. Do we have anyone we wish to throw it to? Let me see. Joe, do you? I don't know if you really watch Twitch. If you follow people.
Not necessarily. I know it's been a while since I've actually been able to watch any kind of Twitch streams. I know I did a lot of that when I was living with Dakota, so
Fair.
I need to get back into that.
I don't have anyone I know personally. I'm fine with just letting you guys wander the void. Travis, what do you think?
I mean, I got Jasky, who we've thrown to a handful of times in the past.
I mean, I don't mind. I'd rather give someone the view than not.
Yeah. So that's JAASKI. In fact, I could even do it because I have that
Yeah, sure.
power.
So guys, we'll see you Thursday, 8 p.m. Central, for either a chill stream or a schoolhouse. I don't know which.
I don't think Dakota will be
yep.
here, so no schoolhouse there. And I don't know enough to teach nobody
Okay.
nothing.
Are you gonna do a chill stream then?
Yeah. I might revisit this. I might pull up a different piece I had my eye
No
on.
worries. Sweet.
Or maybe I'll just spiral into the
Yeah.
void live on
Yeah.
stream.
Sounds fun. I'll have to be sure to join you so you have someone to chat against.
I'd certainly
Cool.
appreciate it.
I'll be sure to be awake. Alrighty,
Groovy.
guys. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for coming out. Thank you, Feasible, for the follow and the constant chatting. Super appreciate it. You can catch us live on Mondays, 8 p.m. Central, and then live on Thursdays, typically, same time, 8 p.m. If you don't catch it here, we have YouTube that we do and other socials. Goodbye. Happy
Happy
trails.
trails.
Bye.
Bye.